Looking at the trading week beginning February 23rd, all eyes will be on Tuesday evening when President Trump delivers his 2026 State of the Union. This is his first official one of his second term. Coming just 2 trading days after Friday's Supreme Court tariff decision, traders will be listening closely for any language around trade policy that could move futures markets. A State of the Union that doubles down on tariffs or signals escalation with specific trading partners could put immediate pressure on stock futures and commodity markets alike and adjust interest rates. It may not affect the precious metals. Matter of fact, it could give them a little tailwind. Markets will also be watching developments in the U.S.-Iran standoff very closely next week with direct implication for WTI futures. President Trump set a 10 to 15-day deadline today for Iran to reach a meaningful nuclear deal, warning that really bad things will happen if talks fail, and confirmed he is considering a limited military strike. WTI approached 6-month highs this past week with the Strait of Hormuz already partially closed temporarily by Iran on Tuesday. 2 U.S. aircraft carrier strike groups are now in the region, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio meets with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu on February 28 to discuss. Any breakdown into talks next week could send crude oil sharply higher in a hurry. Now, looking ahead, the U.S. is auctioning off $183 billion of 2-year, 5-year, and 7-year notes this week. There are also a handful of central bank speakers, including Fed Governor Christopher Waller, ECB President Christine Lagarde, and Fed Governor Michelle Bowman. Earnings are still going strong with 476 companies reporting with over $1 billion in market cap, including arguably the most important tech stock out there, NVIDIA, but also Salesforce, Intuit, Synopsys, Dell Technologies, Home Depot, TJX, Lowe's, Warner Brothers Discovery, and obviously many more. Economic data next week. Monday, German business climate data, U.S. factory orders, and a People's Bank of China rate decision. Tuesday in the U.S., the Case-Shiller Home Price Index data and the Conference Board's Consumer Confidence data. Wednesday, German GDP and eurozone CPI. Thursday, jobless claims in the U.S. and industrial production in Japan. And then Friday, German CPI, Canadian GDP, and also PPI and Chicago PMI in the U.S.